Before it became ordinary, it changed the world. This is story function.
Legend says, around 2700 BCE, a Chinese empress named Lei Zhu was sitting beneath a mulberry tree, enjoying a quiet cup of tea. Then, suddenly, a small cocoon fell into her cup. As she reached to remove it, something unexpected happened. The cocoon began to unravel. Not into dust, not into fibers, but into a single shining thread. That thread would change the world. It became silk. Whether myth or reality, China soon mastered the art of raising silkworms, feeding them mulberry leaves, and carefully unraveling their delicate cocoons. The process was called sericulture, and it was unlike anything the world had ever seen.
Silk was not just beautiful. It was lighter than linen, softer than wool, stronger than cotton. It shimmered in sunlight. It felt like flowing water. And it quickly became a symbol of divine power. In ancient China, only the emperor and the royal family were allowed to wear pure silk. Later, high-ranking officials earned the right to wear it as a reward. Silk became more than clothing. It became status. It became authority. It became control. For centuries, China kept silk production a state secret. Exporting silk allowed. Explaining how it was made? Forbidden. Anyone caught smuggling silkworm eggs or revealing the process could be executed. Imagine that. A fabric so valuable, it was protected like a nuclear weapon, and the rest of the world had no idea how it was made. The road that connected the world. As demand grew, something extraordinary began to take shape. A network of trade routes stretching from China across Central Asia through endless deserts and towering mountains, all the way to Rome. This network became known as the Silk Road. Caravans of camels marched across thousands of miles, carrying silk through some of the harshest lands on Earth. But the journey was never safe. Bandits waited, hidden in the deserts. Empires demanded heavy taxes from those who dared to trade. Yet, despite the danger, cities along the route grew rich almost overnight. And in the West, Rome became obsessed. Silk was no longer just a fabric. It was a symbol of power, wealth, and desire. Roman elites paid its weight in gold. Senators even complained that silk was draining the empire's wealth. But despite their warnings, they couldn't stop wearing it. Silk had become irresistible. Roman writers described silk as scandalous. It was so thin, so smooth, that critics claimed it was immoral. Yet, Roman nobles wore it proudly. Some even believed silk was grown on trees. No one outside China understood the truth. And that mystery only made it more valuable. Silk wasn't just fabric. It was fantasy.
Silk paid soldiers. Silk settled debts. Silk was offered as gifts between kings. Entire wars were quietly funded by silk trade taxes. Cities like Samarkand and Constantinople didn't just survive, they flourished because of it. But silk didn't just travel across continents. It carried ideas, religions, technologies, cultures. The Silk Road became the world's first globalization system, all because of a single thread. For nearly 2,000 years, China held a monopoly. Until one day, 2 Byzantine monks smuggled silkworm eggs out of China, hidden inside bamboo walking sticks. They carried a secret that could change the world. They delivered it to the Byzantine Empire. And just like that, the secret was no longer secret. Silk production began spreading westward. China lost its total control. But by then, silk had already changed the world. Even today, silk remains one of the most luxurious fabrics on earth. But its true legacy isn't fashion, it's connection. Because of silk, East met West. Trade networks expanded, cultures blended, empires rose and fell. A simple insect feeding on leaves created a product that shaped civilization. Silk was never just fabric. It was power. It was diplomacy. It was obsession. It was empire. And long before modern trade, long before global markets, there was a thread, quietly stitching the world together.